It's the Pint Size Podcast with PSP Karl Page, the Beef, Charlie Begley, and the Casper, Sam Jefferson. Let's go.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pint Size Streaming the Podcast. I am PSP Karl Page, and I've got two special guests joining me via Zoom tonight. We've got the Fat Kid, Beef Begley, Charlie Begley.
Hello.
Hi Charlie, and we've got Sam Casper Jefferson. Good evening, Casper.
How are we, Carlos?
All good, thank you. All good. Right, so this is the first edition of the podcast. The aim is to hopefully do it every week, get a guest on now and again. Obviously, COVID at the moment, we're not going to be able to have people in person, but try and get them via Zoom. And we'll go through categories each week and have a chat for a bit of comedy and take the piss out of Charlie.
Yeah, brilliant.
And we'll go from there. So we're going to be winging it the first week because it's obviously new to us. But yeah, so we'll start with Charlie.
Brilliant.
On the Zoom call, looking lovely as always, Beef.
He's got a Cameroon shirt on.
Cameroon shirt
I
on.
bet it's
Bring it on.
3XL.
I think it's
And,
2XL.
I don't think he's been to Mr. Cuts.
Mr. Cuts is looking for a bit. Mr. Cuts is looking for some
Let's
business.
see how we're starting here, lads. Let's see how we're starting.
Casper, how you been? Not seen you for a while.
Yeah, surviving, mate. Same as all of as everyone else. We're just working hard and just getting through. Any sport we can watch. Really, that's the only thing that's keeping us going.
Have any guests round to?
Well, I don't know if everyone knows, but yes, I do have a girlfriend. If that's what you're trying to
Ladies
imply.
and gentlemen, Casper, for the first time I've known him a few years. First time he's had a missus.
I'm not like
Do you want to tell us a
compulsive.
story about how you met Casper?
I'm not like compulsive. Who's always got a missus,
Yeah.
Some people are like that. But
Good evening, Jack Bridgman, if you're listening.
shout out
tuning in.
compulsive.
So, yeah.
Beef's already put the hat on the
Yeah,
Zoom.
yeah.
The hat's come on.
Got
He's
the haircuts jokes out the way. Get the
Mr.
haircut
Cuts is done.
Right, so the first topic of conversation, as we're a pool-related stream, we're going to talk about pool. Not a lot going on,
on.
but we'll start with the new international rules and our opinions on it. Charlie, you're probably best informed.
Wow, I don't think so.
Casper doesn't know anything about them.
I don't know really anything about pool.
No, I can't say I know them.
I don't see them being as big as Blackpool. I'll say that. I think there are good rules for watching on TV, maybe, but I just think Blackpool rules are always going to be the rules, in my opinion.
I agree with that. Casper, any input on that?
Oh yeah, I totally agree with what Beef's saying there. From my knowledge and just seeing a couple of YouTube clips, if I can get my words out. It's Beef's in here, so I just think of chips all the time when I see the Beef. Because when I'm in a conversation with Karl and Beef, but chips come up quite a lot with you two, don't they? How are you getting on there?
With that,
I think Beef's at PSP.
how'd you get on with it?
Lovely to see.
So yeah, the international rule, none of us know much about it.
Not
Beef
really,
knows the most, but
Again, it's one of them. It's
from
hard to say too much until you see them live and start playing them yourself.
from what I've seen on the Monday nights, I'm not a massive fan of.
It is something. At least it's something to watch on a Monday night. They're trying to do something different, but I just don't see it being as big as Blackpool rules, like World Championships and international rules, or a big tour like the OPA.
I think World Rules is probably dead.
Yeah, I think
Blackpool will be the number one. And
it is nice to have something else attacking other than just the one rule set, but I don't see it being too special for us.
Have you watched much of the Monday night Paul Beef or Casper?
I haven't. No, I don't think I've watched any of it, to be honest. I watched first night Josh Kane. I watched it go with Josh Kane's game, so I like Josh Kane.
So I think Josh Kane, Neil Rayburn, Phil Harrison, and who went through last night?
Sean Story.
They're the 4 through so far. I've not watched much of it, to be
No,
honest.
nothing.
Not that
It's not
interested.
interesting.
But yeah, it's good that they're putting on support for us, for the people who do want to watch it.
Exactly.
I think that topic's
Yeah,
that's the end of
bit of a dead topic.
Any more Paul to talk about, Beef? You've been doing much on the lockdown page?
No, I've had a couple of games.
Yeah,
but
any
nothing.
deleted streams or anything?
That's brilliant. No
delete streams this time.
Nothing.
No one's saying that you haven't paid your money
No,
or
nothing.
anything.
I paid up just to let everyone know.
Well, Beef's paid up everyone, so
Brilliant.
I'm sure there'll be a few more come out the
Out the woodwork as soon as they hear this.
Yeah, just enjoy it. Really.
So that's
all
I think
the best.
I think we're done on pool. So we'll move on to football. Man United Liverpool game at the weekend.
Big game.
We've got Charlie, who's a Man United fan, Casper is a Liverpool fan, and I'm impartial as a Newcastle fan.
21 or 28. Oh,
my
that's just my shopping in the background. Don't worry about that. We'll cut that out.
My understanding of the game and opinion was that I think Man United were a little bit unlucky not to get the win, but probably should have attacked a bit more.
We didn't. What's the word? Didn't penetrate Hendo. I think Hendo was a bit uncomfortable at the back.
Penetration. I'm in a bad state here.
5 minutes into the podcast and B sorry.
I didn't know the word, and penetration was sort of kinky to me.
To be honest.
I think that I from both teams, I don't think Liverpool wanted to lose the game, and I don't think Man United really went for it. I think they were happy with a point away at Liverpool's nothing bad at all. Keeps them above us, which is more important for them.
I think Ole would have definitely took a point
he would
before the game.
100%.
I think with about half an hour to go, I think maybe he should have realised Liverpool were probably there for the taking.
They definitely were. They definitely were.
Liverpool
I just think it's
so toothless up front, which is really strange to say because the last couple of years they're absolutely banged.
Well,
Firmino don't look like he'd score if he was there for a week.
Both strikers for both teams, Martial and Firmino. I don't know how they start for the team.
I'm surprised they didn't start Cavani because he's been playing well for United.
He's getting behind Endo and he'll wait for Firmino. Firmino's been doing well.
I think the way Ole set up, he obviously wanted to play on the counter attack. I can see why Martial played, but he's
they were just looking for pace behind. But like you say, with Liverpool, we haven't scored this calendar year as of yet. I was just saying before we went on the podcast that I think Liverpool are. It's not defensively that people keep saying we need to get a centre back because of all our injuries. It's actually going forward. We need someone because Origi's obviously for whatever reason didn't get a run in. I want to see him play. To be honest, I want him to start ahead of Bobby. But the two main, we did have a good striker in obviously Jota before he got injured, and we had an even better one in Danny Ings before he's left and gone on to better things. So
scoring goals for Southampton.
Scoring brilliant goals.
But that's just my opinion.
I would take him. I mean, we got nothing else. We got nothing better. But I think we need to get some attacking player in. Just bring something in different. But I mean,
it's definitely not defence because even with Fabinho looks classy.
I think Fabinho's going to be the new centre half with Van Dijk when he comes back.
Even Henderson's done a decent job. So
yeah, I agree. But
it's not that they're shipping goals; they just can't.
I don't know what's going on with Salah. He doesn't seem happy in all this lot.
Still
but
sat in Shaw's pocket, is what I believe.
Well, to be fair, Luke Shaw has come on leaps and bounds, and
it's
still got that one error in him, like he did, and we should have scored.
Really. That Tellez is coming. He sort of give Shaw a kick up the ass to say, look, the other positions up for. You've got quite a few positions now, and he has done pretty well since Tellez has come in. Didn't let Salah get past him once, and Sunday was it? Sunday?
But Sunday, mate, yeah.
Sunday.
Again, Fernandes, he just went quiet. I don't know if it was the way, like you say, how it was set up, but I read a stat that the other day against the Big Six, he's only scored 1 goal and 0 assists, and that was a penalty spot. And against everyone else in the league, he scored 10 goals and 7 assists this season.
All the time.
You don't get four player of the months in a year.
He was poor on
he wasn't
obviously
great.
Made a great impact since he's come.
Oh yeah, he's turned the club around. Absolutely turned the club
around. He's given us a bit of confidence. Pogba feeding off Bruno now. I think we just need to start Cavani more because I think Cavani can score goals, but he keeps starting Martial is.
I thought at the end of the last season, Martial was on fire, but I don't know what's happened to him.
He's just don't just like a striker, just hit the ball hard. He likes to try and be clever and think it and flick it into corners. And if you see someone like Cavani just to smash the goals in.
Yeah, he's a proven goal scorer.
Fox in the box.
I wouldn't say he's a proven goal scorer. But yeah, so Beef, are you confident that United are going to
win the league?
Challenge?
Here we go. There we go.
Man U will win the league, I'm telling you. I said at the start of the season, I'll say now we'll win the league.
We'll have a little bell now.
Don't gamble.
What are you smoking over there? Can I have some? No, I think
City.
Yeah, I think 100%. City.
City are in a great position at the moment. They go top if they win their game in hand.
Yeah.
They just
look their old selves, even while Aguero and I know Jesus has just come back, but they just stick anyone up front.
Stones and Diaz, isn't it?
Stones playing the false 9 with De Bruyne up there. They still look like they were ripped.
Foden when he plays looks unbelievable. Who's the other player that's doing well? Oh, Gundogan. He keeps scoring as well.
Most underrated players in the Prem, isn't he?
His goal the other day was
Yeah.
Sterling's free kick was decent as well, to be fair.
A few good goals this weekend.
Big game tonight as well. We're recording this on a Tuesday, and we've got Leicester-Chelsea tonight. Do you think if Leicester get the win, is Fat Frank going to get the boot from Chelsea? Or
I think Leicester will win.
Really?
I'll make them take. Yeah, I think they will. They looked good at home the other night,
they're on a good bit of form.
and I don't think Fat Frank will get the.
They've won 3 out of the last 5, and they were 2 draws.
He'll get the time, and they obviously won it.
Can't let him spend 200 million he spent or whatever.
Well, Werner's the absolute flop of the century.
Flop,
I was a bit jealous of Chelsea at the start of the season when they got him over Liverpool, but
Havertz,
I'm very glad. Havertz doesn't. Yeah.
Sometimes these foreign players need a season, don't they?
And they who's the other one they got in? Ziyech. Yeah, that's it. He's never fit. That's his problem. He's injured all the time.
When he has been playing, to be fair, he has looked pretty decent. But obviously, he hasn't been playing a lot.
So if we move on to the next manager to get.
Well, talking about managers to get sacked, is your boys, your big.
Well, I'm a Newcastle fan, everyone, and it's a pretty depressing time at the moment.
Terrible form at the moment.
To be fair, last night against Arsenal, we actually played more attacking formation than we did in the cup, and actually had a go at them.
Our first
half
off,
was a pretty even game. We had a couple of chances.
What was the score last night?
3-0.
Oh, wow. I know Aubameyang got 2.
So I was happy at least we had a go, because I'd rather get beat having a go than just sitting back and getting pumped.
Well, when you're away at Arsenal, you can't really. You can do it at home, sit back, but you've got to attack.
Arsenal are poor as well.
Well, they've started to hit a bit of form, to be fair.
They drew 1-0 the other night to Palace, and Palace never looked like scoring.
No, but they won
in the FA Cup and were only lost after extra time. Yeah,
they won the 3 games before that, Arsenal, and they've got since that Chelsea game when they put all the youngsters in and they got a result there. They've looked a different team, really. The Smith Rowe and Saka.
Yeah, they're into the top 5 now.
Smith Rowe looked good yesterday.
To be fair, got a lot of young English players in that sort of position. Right? We really are blessed.
They got a lot of players that want to play for Arteta now. At the start of the season, Aubameyang didn't look like he wanted. He got his contract and thought, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I've got paid, I don't care.
I think
that's another big thing. Getting Ozil off the books, that's only good news for him.
Number 9 because Lacazette was poor.
Yeah.
He's another one. He's one week he looks
but he just don't look clinical enough.
He's just another.
Doesn't look as sharp as he did when he first came. I think they could do. There are a lot of players short, to be fair, but.
No, Liverpool, no danger.
You are?
No Liverpool, no danger.
No Liverpool now. So Steve Bruce has got to be one of the favourites.
Yeah, I just had so Steve Bruce is a joint favourite with Fat Frank at the moment.
Who's after that?
Chris Wilder at Sheffield United.
I think Wilder. They had a great season last season, and they were obviously punched above their weight. I think they'll, even if they obviously are going to go down.
It looks like it.
And see what happens at the start. Next
He's got an unbelievable winning rate, and he brought him up from League One, so it's not. And he's been there since that, and They did spend some money with Brewster and brought in Burge and a few other players in the summer, but they were just one-hit wonders last season. That formation no one could work out, and now everyone's worked them out.
Yeah.
Apart from that, you've got Roy Hodgson at Crystal Palace, which he always seems to get mentioned, but they're never going to go down.
Yeah, they're always going to be 12th in the league.
Yeah,
14th, 12th.
Exactly. And then the Wolves manager, which I can't believe he's going to get the sack at any time soon. I know they've struggled a little bit this season, but
done well
losing Jimenez, what's that, 15, 20 goals this season, he's going to...
Jimenez, is he ever going to come back and play for them?
I think he is. Yeah, he's back in light training. I think he's back in fitness sort of training.
Horrible. But David always walked up and got away from it.
Once you've had a big injury like that,
never the same.
You're going to have in your mind going out for big headers and stuff.
That Ryan Mason.
You're not going to put yourself in. He had to retire, Ryan Mason, for fractured skull. I think it was
horrible.
So not good.
Especially as a striker, you're using your head. Especially someone like him, as he's big and he's never going to be the same in the ball again.
You've got to be brave to play in that position. You've got to put your head where it hurts. So you've got to be extra brave to go start doing it again when you've had an injury like that. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully he comes back. Any more football related topics you want to talk about? What about Swindon Town?
I do want to talk about Swindon. They were
local
unbelievable.
Team, everyone, Swindon Town. We're all Swindon fans as well as Premier League
looking
fans.
great, is it?
We did have a win against our local rivals Oxford a few weeks back.
We did. That was
highlight.
we I don't know if you saw, but Scotty Twine scored an absolutely thunderbolt against Ipswich a couple of weeks.
On Sky Sports as well.
It was on Sky Sports. It was an absolute cracking goal.
He's doing well, Scott Twine.
Yeah, so he was on loan at
Newport.
He'd done well, scored I think 6 goals, something like that, 6-8 goals.
Yeah, he was top of the Newport stats for goals and assists.
And then we've brought him back since, and then he went and scored that. Yeah, we've offered him a new deal, but I can't see it. He should go to the Championship.
Yeah,
he's good enough.
I've heard a few rumours saying Championship clubs want him and they'll loan him back to us for the rest of the season. But obviously, transfer window's open now, isn't it?
Yeah, we need him to stay because he's. I mean, to be fair, like when we played against Ipswich, I thought we've brought in a couple of loanees as well. We've got a new goalkeeper because our goalkeeper was shocking. Kovar was an absolute nightmare when he was playing for us. So we've got a new goalkeeper. We look good, but there's rumours now that Sheridan's going to go again, and they're going to get back Noel Hunt. So turmoil, standard power in charge.
The cheap option
yeah, exactly. It's going to catch up with him,
and he knows Sheridan, which is obviously why he got the job.
100%.
He's not had a great record down the league, so we could do with someone with a proven lower league record to try and get us out of shit, because at the moment I would say we're odds on to go down. We can't stop shipping goals.
Second bottom. We are on 20 points. We're only 3 points away. 3 points away from 2 points from safety. To 18th. So we're still in the mix, but I just
pick up a bit, haven't we?
Yeah. Hopefully, like I said, these loan signings can do something, but we're on a third of the budget that we were last year. Football obviously with COVID and all that lot, you've got to expect a little bit of a dip, but yeah, it's not good times for Swindon Football Club, but shout out El Beno. But that's, it is what it is, but hopefully we'll pick up some form.
Right, I think that's
STFC.
I think we better end on STFC. It's a depressing topic. So my next topic on the list to talk about is COVID. COVID in general. We can talk about it in relation to sport, but what do you think? Obviously, they're trying to stop players from celebrating and stuff. Is it getting to a point now where the enjoyment is being taken out of the game altogether, and it may be time to stop it? Or
you can't celebrate a goal in football. Surely that's an indication of it's time.
What I was thinking the other day is when obviously Liverpool played Man United and it was getting towards the end, someone scored a last-minute winner in the first few seconds. Massive game with two rivals, you're obviously going to be jumping all over each other.
But the thing I don't get is if every player has been cleared and all fine and no one's got COVID, then what's the issue?
I think it all contradicts each other, because you say you can't cuddle, but then fucking you get a corner, and there's 20 players in the box.
So they're going to be
stood right next to each other, breathing on each other. So
also,
there are a lot of contradictions.
Right, I'm guessing rugby is still on.
Rugby's still on and stuff.
They're all.
I think that's what annoys a lot of people, is just the contradictions.
Yeah, I think it's
like Casper said, that the Premier League players are tested twice a week at the moment, so they're obviously clear.
But even at the start of the game, they can't even give it a handshake. But again, I understand the reasons why. But then 2 minutes later, we're all over each other and swapping shirts and all that lot. It's like, I don't know, mate. It's on someone who's on a bigger pay grade than me needs to work out. But
I don't want football to stop, because, to be honest,
I think
it is. Keeping me sane.
Sport is keeping a lot of people sane.
Mental health is a big issue for people at the moment. I can imagine it's not easy for any of us, myself included. It's a struggle because I'm off work due to COVID, and there's not a lot else to watch other than football. So I would like it to continue, but it's just not the same, is it?
How's your job getting on there?
Brilliant.
Oh yeah, Charlie. Just
let
us know you had a new job at Blackman.
I won't be
answering. Just wanted to know how many days you got.
I won't be answering any questions.
Just to let everyone know, Charlie got himself a new job about a month ago, 2 months ago, and
was it a day?
It was just a packing job for Gymshark in the factory, and he lasted a grand total of 1 day. So well done, Beef. That's 4 days you've done in the last in 2020. That's not too bad.
Shout out Stretcho.
Yeah, he's currently under a bit of a
on his sesh.
Yeah. Stretcho will be back soon.
Well, if you're going to have a
We'll probably
sesh,
listen to this, to be fair, when we put it out. So,
Shout out to
Stretcher,
Stretcher.
if you're watching, chuck the cans in the bin and get up there, ladders, and start cleaning.
give Beef a job.
Yeah.
The
Start scrubbing his windows again, Stretcher.
Beef, that Cameroon top looks a bit tight on the
tight.
camera.
Tight.
That's alright, no.
Double
I'll
outs,
stand up
triple
for you.
outs. Look at that gut.
Wow.
All I can see is guts in this. On this camera, all I can see is gut.
No,
Gut,
yeah.
gut, goal.
Go.
What a team they are, by the way. Go.
They are joint reigning champions of the three-man event.
He's got a good record on the three-man events, I'll tell you that.
So that's football and COVID.
Yeah.
What about COVID in general?
Wow.
What are you thinking? With the vaccine, I think.
I think
we should
the
be alright
main
in a couple of
problem.
months.
Well, the problem is, I think that everyone, if we got told, like, we've got to do this till May, everyone could sort of mentally prepare, like, get themselves to it. But
Yeah,
no one knows.
Yeah,
No one knows. We could be doing another 2020 the whole year. It could be, obviously, it's not going to be a week, but you know what I mean. It could be sooner. We don't know.
I think we're through about 3 million vaccines. 3 million people have been vaccinated so far.
Yeah.
I think they're doing about 200,000 a day. So
Hopefully,
I think in the next few months, I think it's 95% accurate or 95% successful. So hopefully, once everyone's at it, we can all start going out and enjoying ourselves again.
well, that's
Bit of
it.
normality.
Well, that's it. You know, just seeing you two ugly mugs on the screen is, you know, some COVID does have some positive things. You know, not seeing your two ugly mugs all the time.
Serious haircuts on the screen.
Some serious Mr. Cuts is required, but no, it'd be good
If
to
you're
just
listening, Mr. Cuts,
Any
yeah,
sponsorship deals?
yeah, Mr. Cuts, give us a shout. Give
we've
us
got two of your best cuts in the
a skin fade for the beef.
Beef's had a lovely chunk missing for a while.
There will be a number one all over in the next coming week. I will.
Beef barbers open for business, or
Beef barbers, beef burger barbers.
Beef's Burgers Barbers will be open for business soon.
But yeah, there's like I say, there's nothing we really can talk about it.
Yeah.
Really, just I want to get back to, like you say, normality. Get back with the boys, have a sesh. But shout out John Boy.
John Boy and the Don.
Yeah, and the
Talk
Don.
about Sesh with John Boy
Don's
again.
Don's had an exciting week. He's moved himself into a new flat.
Yeah, the Don is
We got to
fine.
say who the Don is, so listeners from around the globe.
The Don is Wiltshire's #1 pool player, Alex and O'Donoghue. The Don to everybody else. Fat mess to us.
Mr. Charisma.
Mr. Charisma. Many nicknames for the Don.
Oh, bless him.
I've been reliably informed. I spoke to him yesterday, and he's been putting a lot of food away. So
Not a problem, Don.
I think
The running's been scrapped. The
Yeah.
sesh and the food is back on. That is lovely to
We'll
hear.
lose that in a week.
takeaways inbound, but he'll be back pounding the road. Another thing's probably in the next few weeks.
No names mentioned.
No names mentioned.
All the best.
Just a bit of sauce. I don't know what his favourite sauce is, but I've been told it's HP. Have you been told that?
I've heard HP is.
I did hear the HP was his
He
favourite.
loves to spread it all over his chips and his sausage as well. He loves it. That's all I've been told.
Yeah. That's all we know about the Dons.
Don't shoot the messenger. That's what I've been told.
Don't say we don't bring information on this podcast.
That's an exclusive.
That is a very,
That's
very
our
big
streaming
exclusive.
Podcast exclusive. And that's enough for the Don.
Yeah.
So I think we're done with COVID. So Master Snooker at the weekend. Big Yam Bing Tao. Come through free. Deciding frames and then a 10-8 against Higgins.
Unreal.
Unbelievable bottle for a
Temperament's
20-year-old
insane,
lad.
isn't it?
Well, he shouldn't have even been there, should he? Or was he? No, it was
No.
Perry and Wilson, wasn't it? That he got in. Yeah, he did get in. He's in there.
Wazowski and Trump.
Yeah, Wazowski.
Tested
But
for COVID. So
he,
Bing Tao is number. I think he's 16.
oh,
So he was in originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible the amount of times he was under the pump and won free deciding frames, take some bottle, and even in the final against Higgins,
Yeah,
he I think
7-5 down, wasn't
So yeah, and then he was at
he missed-
8-7 and all that. He was
Yeah.
behind all the way, wasn't he? And then he won the last couple. You know, he's not the biggest scorer. That's the only thing I would say. He's not a scorer, but he
he's
knows
not
the
a flashy
tactical
player,
stuff.
is he?
No,
He seems solid all round.
you see some of the other Chinese players, and I think
Yeah.
they'd be better than
If you
him.
compare his bottle to Ding, and obviously Ding's a fantastic player,
Yeah.
but Ding just doesn't
That's
seem
what
to be.
Yeah.
able
It's anything you
to,
don't have, is it?
Yeah, I agree.
sometimes it's young. When you're young, you have no fear, and that might be part of it as he gets older. And
Well, that's what Ronnie and who was he in with? Jimmy White was saying in the studio on Eurosport, because he should have beat Bingham 6-4, but he missed an easy red with the rest.
Oh yeah,
to go 5-all.
Extended rest.
Yeah, Bingham cleared up 5-all, and they were saying because he's young, he'll forget about it and he'll win this frame. He said if it was the other way round, they thought Stewart might think about it and lose it that way, but he did. He came out and hit a great break and won the frame.
Some player.
He is. I don't know if it'll start now. Sort of now other Chinese players have seen him do it and they think, right, if he can do it, I can do it, and we might have a few more Chinese players at the top.
There are a lot of them on the tour.
There are a lot.
Through the rankings, there must be 20 or 30 in the 128 that are on the tour.
Yeah.
And some of them are decent. Zhao Guidong's a good player. Zhao Yulong's a good player as well.
Yeah.
He's got to a few quarters and semis, but
Marco Fu still about?
No.
He's not Chinese anyway. He's from Hong Kong.
Yeah, he's
Hong
Hong
Kong.
Kong.
Marco, do you listen?
He is still about
a class player.
He was. He's not. He's one of the weirdest techniques.
I think.
Ah, right.
Yeah, he had a problem with Zai. And
weirdest cue action.
He's always lacked a bit of cue power. That's the problem he always had, I think. But yeah, he was a fantastic player.
Biggest approach, is he?
No.
But no, a couple of games to shout out. That John Higgins, Ronnie O'Sullivan match was unbelievable. Five tons in a row. John Higgins against
the Rocket.
Yeah, against Gilbert was pretty good as well. But it was the other game that was Ding and Ronnie's first round game. That went to a decider 6-5. That was a really good match
Ronnie
as well.
5-3 down, 3-0 down as well.
Oh, it was just Beef was saying, Ding in his bottle. Just shows again. Can't get against the winning line against.
Ronnie a few times. I think he's beat him in the Worlds and in the UK, but not many times in big matches. And Ronnie pumped him in a final, didn't he, once at the Masters?
Yeah, 10-3. Well, that's when the crowd got on in as well, didn't he? Chris Riley was there. Funny. He was literally the guy 1 or 2 rows behind him was the one doing it, so it looked like it was him on TV. It looked like it was him, but it wasn't. Years ago. So Ding was playing Ronnie and Ding wasn't playing very well, and Ronnie pumped him 10-3. But halfway through the game, some idiot was shouting, Ding, I don't know, I'm saying you're rubbish and all this lot, I paid all this money or whatever, and he was giving Ding some abuse, and Ding got a bit upset, and Ronnie just basically told him where to go. So he got escorted out of the building, no danger. But yeah, no, snooker, again, it's another... I'm not really bothered with all the Open. There's too many tournaments but the big ones, the Masters was like the Worlds and the Opens, the UK Open. It was a great tournament to watch. Top standard.
It is good that there are so many events for the players, but almost all of the events are first to four, which is a bit of a lottery. And
yeah, I can't. Do you need proper long? You need at least. I like this. The format Masters at first to 6.
Yeah.
6 is a good amount. 6 is a good amount, and then first to 10 in the final, best of 19s. But yeah, best of 11s to start, and then maybe stick it up to 13s in the semis and 19 in the final or something. But half the tournaments are just so irrelevant.
Yeah, there's a tournament on now. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's first to 3
it's one of the new events. Yeah, I see Joe Perry got through yesterday. One of the, I think it might have been Charlie Begley as well. Yeah, it's first to 3. Literally, anyone down the rankings can pick up a couple of frames.
Oh yeah, they're all good enough. All the pros can hit 3 tons in a row, no danger.
Yeah. Any tips for any snooker players coming through, or any ones to watch for the year? Maybe an outside tip for the Worlds in April.
Bing
Towers. No, you're going to
be still 25 to 1. Apparently, yeah.
It's got to be a decent bet considering his temperament. Having a temperament is like.
I think the long matches will suit him as well because he just grinds out the knee.
But there's been players like, obviously since the Worlds, like Kurt Mufflin. I haven't seen his name done anything. Jamie Clark. Who was the
Anthony McGill?
Anthony McGill. That's what I was just going to say. He was the Scottish guy.
That crazy frame he lost.
That is the worst frame snooker I've ever seen in my life.
I watched that back a couple of times.
Oh, so funny. But I'm just having a little... Marco Fu, 66 in the world currently on this. He's dropped these outside the top 66. Wow.
He'll lead his card if you're outside.
Jamie Clark, he's all the way down there. Yeah, again, like Beef said, you haven't heard him since Billy Joe Castle. I played him a couple of times.
About Stephen Hendry making a return. He was supposed to be playing in this group stage thing, but he's pulled out.
Something to do with fans, isn't it? He wants to play in front of the crowd.
He said he's gonna. Well, he said he wants to practice. Yeah, practice. But he wants to
waste of time.
maybe come back for the Welsh Open.
Absolute waste of time.
But yeah, he's not gonna. He wants to play in the Worlds as well, but I imagine he'll surely have to qualify.
Oh yeah.
You'd hope so.
And I think the
all these
qualifying
players
was the first attempt, unless they've changed him in the last
he
year.
ain't good enough. He wasn't good enough at the end, and now he's not going to be good enough.
The reason
now.
he retired was because he hated not being able to compete. Whereas with Steve Davis, he just enjoyed playing, so he carried on even though he wasn't able to compete. And the same with Jimmy White. He obviously can't compete all of the time. He can win the odd match, but he's just happy still to be playing. Whereas Hendry retired because he hated not winning. Yeah.
But no, I just had a little look through the rankings. To be honest, you can't see anyone out of the top. You've got Trump, Robertson, O'Sullivan. Salby's not. He doesn't seem the same bloke as he once was. Murphy, he's the same. Maguire's playing well. Allen, he's so hit and miss. But who knows? Just all being on form, isn't it? The problem the last Worlds was Judd was winning everything, and then we had the COVID break, and then time he came back for the Worlds, he was out of form again. So
it was probably good for the Masters that Judd. Obviously, we don't want him to get COVID, but it made it a more of an open tournament. And then Robertson went out early. Allen went out early.
Second
Second round, so it made it really open.
That's the good thing about the Worlds as well, because you always get shocks. You always get different players in there. There's never. You always have one or two of the big front runners in the semis, but like you said last year, Stuart McGill, who would have thought that? He had Kurt Mafflin beaten. He had Jamie
Stuart McGill is a Australian
what did I
spinner.
say? Stuart McGill. Yeah, he's a leggy. Who did I say? Stuart McGill.
Shane Warne spin twin. I think you mean Anthony McGill.
Yeah, well, anyway. Have I been on the beers? That's
Stuart
because I'm not on the beers.
Good job on me to put yourself straight.
No danger.
So I think we're done with
snooker.
Done with snooker. So we'll move on to cricket.
Oh, right, that's beef out of the
one of my favourite sports. So we've got a couple of test matches that have just happened. Obviously England have just won the first test in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Joe Root had 228.
Yep.
First innings, I think.
Yeah.
And we bowled him out cheaply.
We won it in the first day, really.
We bowled him out for 135 or something.
Just checking the exact number right now, but yeah, we got him out nice and cheap, didn't we? The first series, first day. But if they made us chase about 150, 200, I think it would have been a bit more squeaky bum.
17 for 3, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
At one point, but obviously Root had a great turn. The two spinners, Dom Bess and Jack Leach,
5 wickets
both
each.
Had a 5 for each, one in each innings.
Yeah.
And I think they both took 8 each in the match. Dan Lawrence made a debut here, 73, I think.
Yeah. 70 Island was there at the end, wasn't he, to win it? Yeah, so we bowled him out for 135 in the first innings. Broad in with the wickets as well. Him with 3, Bess with 5, and Leach with 1. And then in our first innings, Joe Root, top run scorer, 228. Dan Lawrence 73, and Johnny Bairstow. It's good to see him back in the test side with a 47.
Yeah, Bairstow back in with 47 and a 30 odd not out, so it was a decent test match for him as well.
He's good against spin. He can play against spin. That's why he's in the team. But I'm still not sold on him in England, and especially in Australia.
The only real failures were the openers.
Again, Crawley does open for Kent, but we've got nothing else at the moment. Roy Burns is still not fit back yet.
Yeah, he'll go straight back.
Straight back in, but I'm not sold on him either. To be honest, there's no one.
I think Crawley would probably want to back down the order anyway. And
he'll probably play 3.
Sibley and
Root in at 4, and then you've still got Stokes to come into the side.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good to see we've got a few options in the test team, because we've never, for a while, we haven't. Bowling wise, we've
struggled to replace Cook
loads.
and Strauss, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean,
Strauss initially, Cook must have had probably 10 different opening partners.
Since then, yeah.
And obviously now Cook's gone as well. We're still searching for the right formula, aren't we, Beef?
Yeah,
that.
Get a Beef in opening, I reckon.
Beef top bowler.
Beef is
Beef throwing down
looks
some
a bit
night.
like Raheem Cornwall,
I knew it was going to come up. That's the one I was going to ask that.
the West Indies
Yeah.
Big boy.
25
Skinny
stone.
one.
Yeah, the skinny one. It's about as skinny as you are, Beef.
Top player.
So yeah, decent first test for England. Tougher test to come because Sri Lanka are poor.
Yeah, that should be a series win. That one, we'd be a bit disappointed not to. Even in Sri Lanka, we should be still beating
And
them.
we've got Marine coming back in, I think. For the second
Yeah, I
test.
think they'll make a couple of changes, but that starts again Thursday, I believe. Thursday or Friday. Friday it starts. And then we had the big result of India beating Australia in Australia. That is always lovely to see. The Aussies getting beat.
The first test they lost at the Gabba since 1988, apparently.
Madness. First, I think it's the third time that they've been bowled out at the Gabba since some ridiculous.
Highest ever chase at the Gabba, and the first time they've been beat since '88.
And that's all without Kohli as well. He wasn't in the team.
No Ashwin.
No Ashwin.
No Jadeja.
They were missing a lot of players, but credit to them. That Rishabh Pant second innings hit, I think it was 91 run, 89 off 138. And that Gill, who seems to be an unbelievable opener now, he seems to be always getting at least 50 with another 91. It was good to see, I don't know if you saw Fat Rohit Sharma doing the Steve Smith impression of marking the crease and all that lot. That was LTS. How you getting on there, Steve Smith?
What's his name? Labasham, whatever his name is.
Marcus Lavashane, yeah.
He's
Lasagna, as we call him.
He has got very, very similar mannerisms to Steve Smith.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at them when they're both batting, it's
Mini-me.
very funny to watch. But yeah.
And then, you've got a big bash going on. My boys, the Brisbane Heat, were doing okay, but they're not going to qualify, I don't think, now. They lost this morning, so that is not nice to see. And, I don't think there's too much else. They also announced that the 100 is going to happen this season as well. So,
which is our new version of the short format game in England. Hopefully in front of fans this time.
Well, would be nice, but wait and see.
Yeah. I think that's cricket done with. Beef, anything to add on the cricket?
Kevin Anderson, he's a
Kevin Anderson.
Kevin Peterson, do you mean?
Kevin Anderson, a tennis player.
Yeah.
He is South African. Very good.
We were close. Oh. That wasn't me.
So that's your input.
Yeah,
Kevin Anderson.
Kevin Anderson.
Cheers for that.
No worries. Expert knowledge. We don't get much more than expert knowledge in the podcast.
I'm just checking what price Kevin Anderson on Betfair to win the Australian Open is 630 to 1.
He's a big server.
He is a big server. He's good on hard court, so you would not throw off. Well, I haven't seen his form.
I think he dropped down the rankings with injuries, but he's still, at one stage he was top 20 in the world for a long time.
Very good player. He's got to Wimbledon semis. I don't think he's got to the final, but he's got to a semi. He might have got to the US.
He's got to a Grand Slam final.
I think he got to the US final.
I think both the women's and the men's Aussie Open are pretty open because
no form is there.
72 players having to quarantine at the moment, which means they can't practice because there was free flights that went out and there was positive tests on each one. So the state of Victoria are making them self-isolate for 10 days in their hotel rooms, whereas obviously the other players can go out and practice.
Yeah.
Andy Murray's been tested positive.
Yeah, he was one of them.
It doesn't look like he's... we don't know whether he's going to go out and play or not yet. And Heather Watson is one of the...
Was she?
One of the people that's... She hasn't tested positive, but she was on one of the flights, so she's having to isolate in the hotel.
Bring back Laura Robson, that's what I said.
Yeah. She was a good player.
She was. Very good. Lefty.
Injuries again.
Injuries stopped her. But yeah, obviously I can't see past Djokovic. I know it's in a couple of weeks, but you'd think Djokovic is obviously going to... Well, he's the favourite. And
Federer's not playing, is he?
No, Federer's not playing. So it's him or... Well, you'd think that Medvedev, or how we pronounce it, and Nadal, they'll probably be the top three, but we'll have to wait and see.
And the women's is...
women's...
pretty open, isn't it?
It's always open. She is not in the women's game anymore.
She's dropped.
Serena Williams.
Make it come back. Serena's still there.
Venus?
Serena's not playing in it. Oh no, Serena is playing it. I didn't think she was.
I don't think there's many dropouts from the women's.
That Osaka, there's Naomi. She's favourite to win it at the moment. She obviously won the last big one in.
What does Serena?
And Serena is 12.5 to 1.
Wow.
But she's hardly played since having a child and all that.
She's been stuck on I think she's on 20, either 20 or 21 Grand Slams. She's
been
stuck
to
in it
so
for a
many
long time,
finals.
got
And
to so many finals.
she
Yeah.
keeps losing, doesn't she?
She's tied with, I think it's Margaret Court, but I wouldn't quote me on that.
Yeah, it's more.
So tied with, I think it's Margaret Court for most post-war Grand Slams or post-Open Era Grand Slams.
What I could do is give it a quick Google.
Yeah, have a look. Beef, anything to add while Casper's having a look for that?
No.
Who's your favourite tennis player, Beef? Jimmy Connors?
Jimmy
Someone
Connors.
Borg, is that? That's someone.
Bjorn Borg, yeah.
Bjorn Borg.
See,
Yes.
He played in the 70s and
Yeah,
80s.
I loved it.
John McEnroe?
Yeah, he's good.
Steffi Graf, who I thought it was. But yeah, Steffi Graf.
Steffi Graf what?
She's the one you were thinking of.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
Probably not. No.
I think it's
I'm going to Google
Maria
it.
Sharapova you're on about. I think I know about 4 tennis players.
Serena's got 23 and Steffi Graf's got 22 here.
I'm sure she's tied.
Oh no, Margaret Court, there you go,
Margaret
24.
Court's got 24.
Yeah, 24, Serena 23,
That is
Steffi
knowledge
Graf
for me,
22.
That is, PSP was right.
It was just home court advantage with her. She won 11 Australian Opens. How are you getting on?
Did she?
Billie Jean King, Beef, any input?
Yeah, good player.
That's the kind of woman you want, Beef is Billie Jean King. Well, I think we're done with tennis.
Yeah, I think so too.
Beef, any more from you?
Nah. Serena Williams to win the what's the next tournament?
Australian Open.
Serena Williams is my tip.
No, I would not throw you off that, to be fair.
12
Good price.
and a half to 1 lump on. 10% for Beef.
So the next topic on my list, I don't know a lot about, but Casper is the expert on this, and that is NFL.
Oh, the Green Bay Packers.
All I would say is,
We can just have a
Texans-
podcast on this if you want.
Up the Houston Texans is my team with me with my new bobble hat.
Yeah, that was a
Beef
new
don't.
purchase.
Beef's not a Scooby on NFL.
Beef, no.
Beef.
American
next year.
football.
American football. So,
Beef
you know,
don't
my...
stay in. Doing American football, what's about the best friend?
Do you want to talk about Breeze and
So,
Tom Brady?
So Breeze looks like his last game. Lost to Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday night against Tom Brady, who's obviously 6 times he's won the Lombardi Trophy, and he's now going to my team to Lambeau Field to face Green Bay Packers on Sunday. I think it's about 6:30, something like that. So obviously, I'm cheering on the Packers. I think we've got a good chance. I think we'll win, but you never know with Thomas. He best quarterback ever to do it. So
I did have a text from the Don, Alex O'Donoghue, with
Oh,
a
there
tip
you
for
go.
the NFL.
and here we go.
One of Don's special tips. He said,
Back
get on the
against-
LA Rams. Great defensive team to win the Super Bowl 25-1. They got beat on
By Green Bay Packers. How you getting on there,
Packers,
Don?
that was Don's tip.
How you getting on? To be fair,
Plenty of money, he told me.
I actually, I did like the Packers the Rams halfway through the season, but they just got done by a few key injuries. So it's the problem with American football: 1 or 2 key players, and you are in the soup. You're in the chunky veg, as Beef would like to say.
The chunky bitch. That's what I was thinking.
Beef don't eat much soup, that's for sure.
I don't mind a bit of soup.
You ain't eating soup.
I do like soup.
What's the
What
super
was
choice,
that?
Beef?
Oh, that is a question on that. It's got, I think,
Meteor,
Beef. It's got to be beef, isn't it?
nah, it's,
Minestrone?
It's,
Mulligatawny for the beef.
I've never heard of that. Vegetable soup. Plain Jane vegetable soup.
Vegetable, chunky veg though. Surely it's got to have some chunks.
Big
Yeah,
soup,
we
chunky
take
veg.
some chunky veg. Bit of bread and butter, not a problem.
Crusty roll.
Whole loaf.
Crusty roll.
Tiger
If
bread?
they're- Crusty rolls on a good
Tiger bread's best bread.
on a
No
special
one
occasion.
like that.
Yeah, so back to my team, Green Bay Packers. Yeah, we play Sunday, and then the other game is the Bills versus the Chiefs, which is the 1 and 2
Buffalo
seeds,
Bills.
the Buffalo Bills.
The
in
Chiefs win that. In my
the
opinion.
I would agree with you, Beef,
Yeah.
but that's a close game. That's very 50-50 to be
Nah,
honest
it's the
with.
Chiefs for me.
Well, what do you base that prediction on? Beef?
Well, they got a great thrower. He's a top thrower.
Oh yeah, Mahomes. Yeah, he is a good thrower.
Yeah,
Not the
and so
quarterback.
good catcher in the
Oh yeah,
touchdowns.
that's
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill. Yeah,
yeah, I think he's very good. So
he's very quick. I'll give him
I think
that.
that just puts the Chiefs in slight favour there. In my opinion.
That's great.
I would say
Again,
Packers
nothing
Chiefs
but
Super Bowl.
top knowledge on the
But-
this podcast.
The
I don't really know
Mahomes-
why we've got beef here.
I don't know. Beef. Just
Beef
take
brings
the
the
piss.
comedy. That's
We
why.
just need someone to take the piss out of. That's all the beef
Beef
is.
brings the comedy.
That's a good time to just mention one of our sponsors again, Mr. Cuts. Beef is sponsored by Mr. Cuts.
Brilliant.
Walk-in sponsorship. He is.
That is just for anyone who's listening, especially if they're local. That is the St Andrews Ridge Shops.
No, don't.
Mr. Cuts.
Mr. Cuts up.
Mr. Cuts. If you just go
Hey,
there,
that's
you'll
the
get a
problem,
lovely
Mr.
trim.
Cuts.
He might take a chunk out, he might not, and he might give you a wonky fringe. You might not. You just got to. It's Russian roulette with Mr. Cuts, but you know he likes a good chat.
Casper also goes to this.
I've never had a problem in there. It just seems to be
Yeah,
you.
It's just you. I think he just thinks this kid don't care what he looks like, so I'm just going to do anything.
You see the fat kid
Cheers for
coming.
the £15 beef. Yeah, enjoy your wonky fringe.
Yeah.
They're
It's
like,
gonna be a one-on-one
what can we
rugby.
do this time to see what else can we do to this kid this time?
I had
And
to
he
go back
keeps
in there
coming back.
once. I had to go back in there once. It was horrible. I said, I don't mind a chunk
What,
out
you-
here and there.
And you
But
said, what have you
I
done?
said, mate, look at this. I've asked for a skin fade, and they've given me just a block at the back. I've said, no, look at this. It's absolutely terrible. And they sort of beef out. They did
Funny.
try charging me also.
Wow.
One all over for beef next. I think.
Well done. Anytime chance they can take a chunk out of the neck as well.
Brilliant.
Right, is that NFL done?
Yeah, basically, I know it's just for me that part. Really, I just want to gloat that Green Bay are hopefully going to get to the Super Bowl and all the
I
best.
think
Really,
the Chiefs Super Bowl, in my opinion.
oh, they won it last year, beef, so they
Yeah,
are
so
favourites.
there
But
we go. Beef
Mahomes was went into concussion protocol, so he's and he's got a big toe injury as well, apparently.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
which is
We've got a couple of
Let's see.
friends of the show that are big NFL fans. That's BTB, Ben Dalton, and,
he's
Friends of the show.
and compulsive Jack Bridgman.
both Patriots fans.
Yeah.
I did
Well,
not know.
BTB likes everyone. He
Yeah,
likes,
he's-
he likes the old bubble hats.
He
but
just anything that fits good on him.
he seems to be clued up. And
Cover the greys.
the shooter, the compulsive, is Patsony.
He is the
Pats
Pats,
fan.
yeah, he is, yeah. But yeah, that's all I can really say about that.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I've got another topic on the list. Is Conor McGregor's return at the
Conor,
weekend.
this is it,
Uh,
big
don't know.
return.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm not massively
No.
interested or no much
Casper,
about
damn
it.
you.
but
It's all
Casper?
just for me, really. Again, though, you got to mention the Mac return, and he hasn't fought since last year. Started last year. He was the first pay per view last year, and he's the first one this year. Obviously, knocking out Donald Cerrone last year, and this year he's got Dustin Poirier. He's beat him once before. He knocked him out in the first round. I think it was about 5 years ago. Knocked him out in the first round, so he's talking a big game. He says he's going to knock him out quicker this time. But yeah, can't. He's like Fury. You've got to watch him. Same as he's got all the chat.
He's box office, isn't he?
He is box
Yeah.
office, and
I'll definitely watch it. I'm just not massive MMA fan,
No.
but he is. He's always worth the watch.
you've got to watch him.
Personality.
he is. He's the man. But yeah, I'm talking about Fury. It sounds like we've got Fury
Yeah.
against Joshua. It's finally going to happen
Yeah,
this
I can
year.
see that.
It's apparently going to be happening in Saudi Arabia, but to be
Money.
honest, it doesn't really matter if there's no fans. It can happen anywhere. If it gets more money there, then only the time will be a bit of an issue for us getting up to watch it
Yeah,
pay per
I'm sure
view.
if you wouldn't mind that, we all want to see the fight. don't we?
Yeah, people want to see. That's the fight everyone
Who
wants to
wins?
see. Well, I'm obviously a Tyson Fury
Yeah,
fan. I
same
think
here.
he'll outbox him and win on points.
There has
Yeah,
been a
I'm a
goal
Fury.
in the Leicester Chelsea game.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
1-0 Leicester.
Oh,
I'm going to guess. The
Let's
goal
have a
scorer.
guess of the goal scorer.
Oh.
I would say
Madison, I'd
I'm
go.
going for Johnny
He's on-
Evans.
Oh,
Big shot for the beef.
neither. It's
Vardy.
Wilfred Ndidi.
Oh, the Indeed.
Not far off. The beef.
Wilfred Indeed. He doesn't score a lot, does he?
No, it
Playing
doesn't
playing
score.
it back recently, I'm pretty sure.
Probably,
Yeah, midfielder.
probably a 30-yard strike.
After
So you choose out any. So
30, he's back, I think, isn't he?
Is he?
36 minutes, he came off the bench on.
Did he?
He's on the bench tonight.
I forgot to put it on, so I'm just going to stick it on now.
Fafana's playing in it at the back with Evans.
Yeah, beef ain't going to have it on.
All the best.
1-0 Leicester, which will put them on second, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Puts
they
them top. Let's put them top. I've got
Yeah.
the table up here, live table. They've got
Yeah,
some 1 point ahead.
Yeah, thought so. United obviously with game.
Are they genuine challengers? Do we think?
Oh,
no, not
I
Leicester.
think United call it so now for this one.
I think Leicester are going to be there for. It's Leicester or Spurs. I think who's going to snick that fourth place.
It's similar to last season. Leicester were there the whole way through, and I think last game they missed out. Hopefully,
I like
to be
Leicester.
fair, Brendan Rodgers has done a good job. There.
He's done a great
Leicester's the
job.
sort of team no one really hates. Everyone loves,
They play
everyone loves
decent
Leicester.
football. Vardy and Madison. Harvey Barnes has been brilliant. as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
been great this
20
season.
goals.
Top player Harvey Barnes.
James Justin looks decent for a
Yeah.
young English fullback. as
Keeps
well.
playing left back, doesn't he? When he's
Loads
more of a right
English
back.
fullbacks.
So
Fullbacks, loads of English fullbacks.
yeah, we are doing well at the fullback. Even that Lamptey for Brighton,
Yeah,
He's quick.
he's really
Good
good.
at the start of the season. I didn't really.
Obviously, he's been injured for a bit
Is it?
now.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
he
that's
hasn't been back, but yeah, he's. Well,
Chelsea
we need-
got a penalty.
Yeah, he's. I was just about to say I've seen that. But yeah, he might. Well, might need him because with he's Atletico Madrid's right back. What's his
Kieran
name?
Trippier.
Yeah, Trippier with his betting, gambling.
He's
Oh,
been
yeah.
suspended for now, I think.
Yeah, eight games I think it is,
Yeah.
something like that.
I
So.
think he could play in Spain. I read something about it.
Yeah, I think it's been.
He's allowed to play in Spain
He's
or
allowed
in
to
England
play-
or something.
It's outside the box.
He's outside the box, is it, Carlos?
Looking like that, it looks like it's outside the box.
Oh, big VAR. We don't need it. We just got Carlos. But yeah, I don't really have much more to add for this week. It's
No.
just nice to have a chat, boys. To be fair,
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're
on
through all the topics I've had. I think this must be about an hour's worth of
50 minutes we've gone at the
Yeah.
moment.
So, just for future for everyone, what we will do is we'll try and do it weekly and try and do it on a Monday so we can speak about all the sport that's happened over that previous weekend. We would like to get guests on. Obviously, it'll have to be via Zoom. But if anybody is interested when we post this, if you want to comment, we're more than happy to have guests on to talk
Absolutely.
about their own
Also,
subject or
some questions from
Yeah,
podcast
questions.
fans.
and also we will pre-recording. We'll post maybe a couple of days before the opportunity for anyone who wants to listen to ask any questions, and then we'll obviously answer them when we record the podcast.
Like, for
Brilliant.
instance, Beef, what's currently your diet at the moment?
Yeah, that was the one I did
Yeah,
see.
we did have one from Robert Hills.
Yeah, Rob.
partner.
Beef diet.
That was
The
Beef's
street
diet,
is
and
all I would say.
I can confirm, just from seeing Beef on the camera, the diet is not going well. That's all I'll say.
Well, I can also see two guts. So not
Mine's-
down to
mine's
silver
too.
overall, is it?
I just tactically wear black all the time.
Yeah.
Black and baggy.
Beef's got the camera in. Did Chelsea score that penalty?
That's a free kick.
Ah, right.
It's over.
Fat.
Mason Mount.
But yeah,
So yeah, I think that's it from us
It's
for
a
this
wrap.
week. Thank you very much, Charlie, for joining
I've
us.
been Beef.
Casper's been
you've been
Casper.
fat.
Always fat.
And you've been fantastic.
Casper, thank you very much for joining us.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for your input, and to you, Charlie.
Yeah, no worries.
And thanks to everybody who will listen, hopefully. And we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.
Cheers. Take care. All the best.